Hello, this is Aaron, and I want to do a walkthrough of my setup for live looping. And I got an idea to do this video from somebody I subscribed to, DW Stokel. I hope I didn't butcher your last name there, but he did a walkthrough of his setup, and I was going, man, that's a really great idea. I need to do that type of video for myself. So here it is. So this is kind of top down what I'm looking at when I'm playing live, and I'll explain just the method to the madness of how I set this up. So there's two brains to this operation. The first brain is my audio interface, which is in Motu M4. And just a side note, the M4 means there's 4 audio inputs. I think I'm going to end up at some point splurging and getting an M6 or an M8 just to have more audio inputs. My second brain is the PC. And both of these are doing a ton of work for me. And I'll kind of walk you through that. So let's start with the audio interface. So there's 4 audio inputs. And what's going in here is mic 1, that's my vocals. I have an open one here for mic 2. This is going to be for if I ever have a second singer on stage with me, and I am working on some songs that will have an additional singer or just a different singer altogether, so that way they'll have their own mic. Those songs aren't quite ready yet, which is why you haven't seen it happen. Inputs 3 and 4 on the back. So 3 has always been my electric guitar. 4 I'm just now starting to use with my electric acoustic. So that way I don't have to unplug anything. Everything will just already be plugged into here. I'll just pick up whichever guitar I need and just play and then put it back down. So those are all the audio inputs that are going into here. And so, but then you have this keyboard here. But this keyboard is a MIDI keyboard. It doesn't make any sounds on its own. It's completely apart from this computer. It's pretty much lifeless. So what is happening with the keyboard is the keyboard is notes and stuff, or is being linked with this cable going from my audio interface into my PC. And my PC is powering this, so they're all kind of talking to each other through this program. This is my looper program that I use. Red box, if you see a red box, that means that part of the song I'm playing live or I'm recording a loop. If it's a green box, that means it was red at one point and I was recording, and now it's being looped back. And so this particular song here is Lights by Journey. I'm still working on this thing here. I thought it was going to be easy. This song is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. But anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked. So this program, I can load up sounds on my computer for drums, strings, piano. I mean, just whatever sounds I've loaded up on my computer, and when these are active and I'm playing the keys here, the pads, then the computer is sending those sounds out to the speakers for everybody to hear. So that's kind of the MIDI side of it, or the I don't know, for lack of a better word, the VSTs doing all the keyboard sounds. It's not coming out of here. It's actually the computer's actually playing all that. So. And to talk a little bit more about the computer, so the computer's doing the keyboard, the computer's doing the software, so it's recording my loops, it's playing back loops. It's also doing effects. So this is my main vocal on this track. I've got my vocals EQ'd, I've got compression, I've got delay, I've got reverb. This vocal track here has a harmonizer on it. So you can see within these tracks, I'm adding additional effect layers, which kind of can eat up CPU cycles. But also when I'm recording or live streaming, there's my webcam there. The computer is also capturing that and then going into OBS, which I use to live stream or to record videos to put on YouTube. So my computer is doing actually a whole lot of work, and so I try not to overwhelm it. And that's really one of the main reasons why I think I skipped this here. My electric guitar goes in here, but I try not to use too many effects on my guitar through my software program because I don't want to overload my computer. So this is what I used to originally loop on back in the day, this Pod HD 500X. It's a very basic looper. It is nowhere near as complex as the Boss RC 600. I mean, not even close. It's basically, you got a loop and you can do another loop and you can undo that second loop and that's it. So just a looper with one undo button. Okay, so I took this thing as far as I could, which is why I moved on to software looping, right? But I still use this for effects for my guitar, just to not overwhelm the computer so much. So I don't want it to work when it doesn't have to. So the final piece to this puzzle is the audio outputs. So I've got my audio going in, I've got the computer doing the keyboards, going in here, running the program and everything. So for the audio outputs, and wow, look at that, that is crazy. So this is just how I have it set up at practice at home right now. So and that part never makes it on camera, right? At least on the live streams. So outputs, audio outputs. There is 1, 2, 3 audio outputs that I'm using. One is these cables are going to my QSCs, and these are what the audience hears. So I also have an identical audio out of what the audience hears going out here. That actually goes back into my computer, and that's for OBS. So when I'm live streaming or I'm recording, this cable here is going out back into the computer, into the software program, so it can get a clean, direct stereo recording. Then the third audio and the final audio output is this right here, and this is identical to what the audience hears. It's identical to what's being streamed. The only difference being it has the click track in it. So this is for me and my in-ear system. So this goes out into this mixer, and then this mixer, I just have my headphones going out into my headphones, and this goes into my ears. So when I'm recording, or no, not when I'm recording, when I'm playing live, I can hear the click track or the metronome for the songs, or I can hear any type of audio cues, and that way that's just a private feed into my ears, so I can stay on top of things. So yeah. I don't know if this was any interest to anybody, but that's my setup, and that's how I operate. So it's a little bit crazy, but right now I'm enjoying it. It's working out for me. So thank you.